with Steve and a lot of other great people. And I'm actually very privileged at Nissan because I get to work on a lot of cool cars. I do work on the GTR. I also work on the Leaf, the Versa Note, Versa Sedan, and the Sentra as well. But I'm here today to talk to you about the Z, and specifically the Nismo 2014 Nismo Z. So, just a pretty quick presentation here, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then obviously I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. We can go outside and do a little Q&A around the car. So, Nismo has been around for quite a number of years, almost 40 years now. But many of you probably know that Nissan's been around for about 80 years. In fact, we're celebrating our 80th birthday this year. And for about 60 of those 80 years, Nissan has been a leader in racing in Japan. And born out of that legendary racing heritage in Japan is the Nismo brand. And the Nismo, Nissan Motorsports, is what it stands for. That is our heritage brand for motorsports. And so we've started to infuse that motor heritage, that racing heritage, into a lot of our product line. So again, here to talk to you today specifically about the Nissan, or the 370Z. So we did have a Nismo in the previous generation Z. You can see it here on the left, and it had primarily suspension components, exhaust components, but it did not have any increased horsepower and design elements. So you can see here on the left what we did to transform the 350Z from the base model to the Nismo. And then on the right we have our current 370 Nismo Z, and you can see what we've done to that car as well. So again, we've improved the suspension, the handling of the car, as well as the design, improved a lot of the elements of the car, but on this car we also have more horsepower. So we have about 350 horsepower in this car, which is about 18 horsepower over the base model. Limited slip differential, lightweight forged alloy wheels, improved brakes, and of course design elements such as front and rear unique fascias, exhaust tips, and so forth. So for 2014, we have done a minor refresh on the Nismo Z, and that's the car we have out here today. So the basic performance of the car hasn't changed, but we have done some design changes. The purpose of the design changes were primarily to spread a common design theme throughout the Nismo lineup. So as you know, earlier this year we announced that we're going to have a GTR Nismo, and many of you know that we also have a Juke Nismo, and we're also going to have some other future products yet to be announced that will carry the Nismo line. So what our designers wanted to do is have a common theme, common design elements that you could see in all of our Nismo products. So you can see on the mirror, for example, we have a red pinstripe. We have some red striping around the bottom of the car, the blackout, the dark gray portion of the bottom of the car, as well as some other elements such as the Alcantara steering wheel with the red line in the center point and so forth. So a lot of these design elements, again, will be carried throughout the Nismo line. So from a performance point of view, there are several upgrades that we do to the 370Z Nismo, in addition to the design. So 350 horsepower, as I mentioned, 18 horsepower with the base car. That's with 276 pound-feet of torque. A revised suspension. We have Nismo springs on this car. The struts are the same as the base car, but we do have a stiffer spring ratio on this car. Damping is very important. Body rigidity and damping is very important when you want to make a car that's pretty much a race car for the streets. So we've done a number of things, including a strut tower brace in the front, as well as what we call YPD or Yamaha performance damper, both front and rear. What that performance damper does is any twisting or vibration that sets up in the chassis during driving, it quickly eliminates that vibration to improve your handling performance. The design also is very compatible with airflow. Our engineers and our designers spend a lot of time in the wind tunnel to optimize the design of the car so it looks good, but also acts very well in an airflow situation. So the design of the car improves the downforce, which helps in handling, as you know. So you can see here just sort of an airflow diagram here that shows how the airflow is improved over the car. The exhaust system is also unique to the Nismo. It is a true dual exhaust system. So each cylinder bank on the V6 has its own exhaust pipe. The only place where it crosses is here in the middle, and that's just to equalize the pressure and make the exhaust actually sound better than if it was two individual pipes. So that's sort of the hardware changes for the Nismo Z. Like I mentioned, you know, the Nismo name is a performance name that the Nissan is going to be increasingly using and spreading that name throughout the Nissan lineup. So it is about motorsports, but we want to bring that motorsports feeling, that motorsports look to as many of our Nissan customers as we can. So innovation and excitement for everyone meaning that you don't have to be a race car to drive this type of car. It is available and soon will be available on even more cars through our lineup at many price points. So Nissan brand innovation for Nissan, you know, mutually beneficial means that you know, our customers are going to benefit, as well as you know, Nissan Motorsports is going to be increasing our name awareness and so forth. So we'll also be benefiting. Just a little slide here. This is the concept statement for Nismo. So progressive energy that thrills, cutting edge performance, technology, and design. So you know, that's our stated purpose when we design a new Nismo car, to get that excitement and that performance in the car. So that's all I have. Like I said, very short presentation. Any immediate questions? Sir.
If you extend to the other lineup, that includes sedans too?
Well, like I said, we've already announced the GTR, we've announced the Juke, and there's a whole cloud of other stuff over there that we have not announced yet, but there are other things coming. Absolutely.
And somebody's driving the Juke Nismo.
Yeah.
Ron Beasley, that's right. Told me you. And I think somebody else has driven it too. That's right, you've driven it. What do you think? Amazing. Ron Beasley says the same thing, so amazing, right, Ron?
Absolutely.
I'm speaking for Ron Beasley here, but anyway, so we do have it in the Juke as well. It's the Nismo Juke. So
The question about